Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm really excited about this video. We're going to be looking at the ThorpyFX Veteran, or the Veteran pedal. This is the silicon version. They did do a limited edition germanium version a while ago, but this is the production model silicon in khaki green. And how good does this thing look? If tanks were pedals, this would be it. It's heavy, it's chunky. Khaki green looks awesome. It's like kind of like a matte khaki green. Then the chrome, chicken head knobs. There's just nothing wrong with the look of this pedal. So what is it? It is a modified silicon fuzz face on one side, and then on the other side it's a modified silicon treble booster on the other side. I've been on a bit of a quest to find the perfect fuzz tone. I've landed on this, and I've kind of fallen in love with it, completely head over heels. Now, I got this pedal purely because of the fuzz side. I kind of didn't even acknowledge the boost side. The fuzz side has smooth, fuzz, volume and bias controls. I'll get into a bit more about what they do. But what I didn't really think about when getting this pedal is the boost side. Now, the boost side is this pedal's hidden secret. It can boost those sort of really upper mids and treble frequencies and get you that really honky sound. But what it's got is a range knob, so you can basically choose whatever frequencies you like to boost. You can boost the bass if you really wanted to. You could boost lower mids, upper mids, treble, all the way to classic treble booster sounds, and it's just amazing. It's a big unit. It is a pretty big unit. So bear that in mind. You're going to need some real estate on your board probably. So let's go through the controls a little bit. Like I've said, on the boost side we have boost and range. Boost is volume obviously, and range is, like I said, you can boost whatever frequency you like. The fuzz side, it gets a little more involved. So obviously we have volume and fuzz, pretty self-explanatory, but then we have smooth and bias. Now smooth, I believe it alters the impedance. If you're using humbuckers, maybe turn it down because they're higher output, or if you're using single coils, turn it up. But what I really like about it is that it's almost like a second gain control. So you can use it to boost the fuzz, if you know what I mean. You can turn the actual fuzz gain control down and the smooth control up, and you're going to get a completely different flavour of fuzz. The bias control is the heat of the circuit, so turn it up gets more aggressive and you get more mids, turn it down gets a little more mellow. What I have found with this pedal is that I'm really struggling to get a bad sound out of it. Anyway, enough yammering on. Here we have the Thorpy Veteran Silicon Edition fuzz pedal and boost pedal. I'll be using my Telecaster as a bit of a change today, running into the Victory as usual, and let's get some sweet, sweet tones. Cheers guys. So clean sound, the old trusty Telecaster into the Victory V40. Thorpy Veteran, everything at 12 o'clock. We may have to boost the volume a little bit, but let's give it a go. Boost the volume a little bit. Maybe not as gainy as a lot of you might expect. Let's bump the gain up to 3/4 of the way. I mean, come on. Come on. People are allowed to make pedals this good. Okay, so let's bump up the bias. The bias is this knob. It's probably a little hard to see on the camera because it's just etched into the chrome aluminium thing. So let's bump up the bias all the way. So this is how he describes it as the heat of the circuit. So expect it to get a little more aggressive, a little louder, and also more mids. I'm going to bump down the fuzz a little bit, and here we go. So cranking that bias knob is really going to help a fuzz tone cut through the mix, because fuzz is a really hard tone to make yourself heard. You know, a lot of people have trouble with fuzz. One of the biggest problems is because you step it on, and no matter how loud it is in a band situation, you just almost like you take 3 steps back. But that bias knob, cranking it, is really going to help you cut through. That being said, let's turn it all the way down just to hear a more mellow fuzz tone. So to me, that kind of makes it sound a little more overdrivey. Let's put it back to about 3/4, about there. I think that's kind of where I like it. So next, let's look at the smooth control. So the smooth control, I think, basically controls the impedance of the circuit. In the instruction manual it says a classic fuzz face would have the smooth control dimed. So let's just give this a go. Like I said, it kind of acts as like another gain control. So this is going to be super thick, super gainy fuzz tone. So let's give it a go. It's also going to be loud, so let's... How good did that sound? Let's turn the smooth down a little bit. So I don't really know what this sounds like. I've not tried it like this before. So the kind of the thing about germanium fuzz faces that people love is that the way they clean up on a volume knob. Silicone ones apparently don't do it as well. So let's give that a go. So here's my here's my tone, volume all the way up. Turn down the volume. So this is probably about halfway. I would say that cleans up pretty wonderfully. Let's have a look at the boost. So clean sound, again, sounds like this. Boost. So that's, you know, that's with the Telecaster, that's really trebly and piercing. Net pickup, it sounds really lovely though. I'm going to leave the boost volume at noon. Let's roll it all the way down and see, because obviously you can boost the bass if you want to. Great tone. Let's wind it up a little bit. This is going to get a little hairy, so I might turn the volume down a little bit. Clean. I'm going to go next pickup. So if you really wanted that kind of nasally treble booster classic sound, crank up the range a little bit. I mean, it's probably more like about there on a classic Rangemaster sort of style boost. So let's stack the fuzz and the boost. The fuzz comes first in the signal chain. There's no way of swapping it. But to be honest, I don't think you'd want to swap it. I think it sounds killer this order. So these are the controls that I have it set at. These are my kind of my personal controls. So the fuzz sounds like this. Kick on the boost, it sounds like this. about tone, man. It just, that excites me. That's the tone that I've been looking for. Kind of my fuzz journey. You know, I'm scared to say my fuzz journey is over, but bloody hell, this pedal is just beautiful. But fuzz is a very particular thing. It's probably the most particular type of effect to a personal person. It's the most personal effect to a person. What am I talking about? Even more so than overdrive, because fuzz works for you or it doesn't work for you. And even more so than that, some fuzzes work for people. I think there's a fuzz out there for everyone, but there's a lot of fuzzes that aren't out there for everyone. This fuzz is for me, and it just sounds so f***ing good. Sounds so good. Right, I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys for watching. Please go and buy a Thorpy Veteran and tell them that Dipswitch Demo sent you there. I'd really love to demo some more Thorpy stuff, so please help a brother out. I think all of Thorpy stuff is pretty spectacular. There it is again. Cheers guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.